Hello, this is Chad Riffle, and in today's video I'm bringing you 3 advanced tips to help keep your Gmail inbox organized. If you missed my video with the 3 basic tips to help keep your Gmail inbox organized, I'll add a link to it in the description for this video. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with those 3 tips to help. For the first tip, label your unwanted email as spam. This may not be considered truly an advanced feature, but I think it's an underutilized feature in Gmail. By labeling your email as spam, when you get email from a company or a salesperson that you just don't want to receive those emails anymore, you're basically telling it, this is junk, don't send it to me anymore. So let's jump in and see how this is done. Alright, so now we're in my inbox, and I have purposely kept a couple emails in here that I want to mark as spam to show you guys. Here is Apple News. I get like 2 or 3 of these a day, and I'm getting tired of receiving them. So I'm going to mark this as spam so that I no longer get these anymore. And the easiest way to do this is to select it, or select all the ones you want to mark as spam for that matter. And then come up to the top. If you hover over these different icons, you'll see what they do. And you're looking for the one that says report spam. So I'm going to mark this as spam or report this as spam. Now it's gone, it's out of my inbox, and it's marked as spam. You may have to do that a couple of times before it automatically will put them in spam, but after you do that 1 or 2 times with that specific company, it will automatically send that email to your spam account. It'll never even make it to your inbox anymore after that. On to tip number 2. Apply labels to emails. If you have a certain project you're working on, or if you have certain groups that you want to apply labels to, you can create labels. You can apply multiple labels to the same email, and then later when you need to find that information, you can search that tab or just look for that tag, and you will find the emails that you've tagged with it. So let's jump into my inbox and see how this is done. Okay, so here we are in my inbox again. And for this one, I'm going to show you first how to use labels, and then how to, after that, we'll talk about how do we apply them. So on the left-hand side here, you can see this is where my inbox is and all of my, my spam, my drafts, all that. And you can see I have quite a few labels in here. And actually, I have so many that I have a more button to click to go down and see more here. If you scroll all the way down to the very bottom, you've got two options here. Manage labels. This is where you can create labels under subsections. You can hide your labels so that you don't see them in this list over here anymore. You can delete your labels, which actually if you delete your label, it does not delete any emails. It just takes that label off from those emails. And you've got all your settings in here, your categories, all that kind of stuff. So then if you need to create a new label, you can click this create new label here. You can give it a title. If I spell it right. And then you can also say I want to nest it under something else. So think about it kind of like folders on your desktop. You've got, your folder that is all of your emails from parents, and then maybe you've got folders under that for each student. So in my example here, I've got an overall label. Anything that has to do with Google comes to this Google label. And then under that, I've got a whole bunch of sub labels that help me organize even further. So I'm going to click on that Google label, and I'm going to click create. What that's done is in my tabs over here, I just got to find my Google tab. I can see I got my little down arrow here. When I click that down arrow, shows me all of the sub labels under the Google label, and here's that delete label. Now I have my labels all set up so I can start applying them. If I go to my inbox, and I know that this Wakelet team email here, I'm eventually going to want to delete it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply a label to it. And the way you do that is, the easiest way to do that is to open the email, read it, make sure the label you want to apply is there. Then on the top here, remember if you hover over these icons, it'll give you the tooltips. Click on the one that says labels, and then scroll down and find the label that you want. Now you'll notice that my overall label of Google is here, and then all of my sub labels have the Google label first, then a /, and then what the sub label is. You can even have sub labels under sub labels to go even further. So I want to apply this Google delete here, and then I just click apply. Now I can see next to my my labels up here, I can see it's labeled with inbox, so it'll show up in my inbox, and it's labeled with Google/delete, so it's in that Google Delete tab. If I go back to my inbox, the email's still in my inbox here, and if I go down to that Google Delete, there's that email. That's how you apply labels. For the next tip, I'm going to show you how to create a filter that will automatically label your emails as they come in. This is a really super useful feature. And for our third advanced tip, we're going to talk about applying filters to automatically label your incoming emails right when they come in your inbox. That way you don't even have to go through and label every individual email you receive. Okay, so we've jumped back into the inbox here, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to set our inbox to automatically label our emails. And the label that I want to automatically label is any email from this Wakelet.com support team here. So the easiest way to do this is to start by opening the email that you want to apply the filter to. So I'm going to open this email. And then again at the top here, these icons, if you hover over them, it'll tell you what they do, right? And the third or the final one up here to the right is, I call it the snowman, the three little dots that say more. Go ahead and click on that, and that gives you some more options here. And what you're looking for is filter messages like these. And if you click on that, it's going to say, it's going to fill in everything you need to filter these emails. And then in the background, you can see, oh my goodness, I've gotten a lot of emails from this Wakelet team. So I can apply this to all of those previous emails and to any future emails coming into my inbox. So I'm going to leave all these the same. And here you can see this is a very specific ID that it's coming from. And I want to apply it to that. So I'm going to click Create Filter. If you click Search, it's going to search for those emails. It's not going to apply any filters. It's just going to show you all the emails that that filter pulled up. So I'm going to click Create Filter. Now I can choose what I want to do with the emails. So the top option up here, skip the inbox and just archive it. I like to put that on my kind of not spam necessarily, but sort of marketing emails that I'm getting. I like to just skip my inbox because the only time I'm ever going to look at those is if I have some free time, which I very rarely have. So I'm just going to skip my inbox with these. And then you can come all the way down here, and there's one that says apply a label. If you click that apply a label, and then you click this drop down, it'll give you all the labels that you have. You can even create a new label for it. And I'm going to drop this right into my Google Delete label. Okay. And then as we scroll down even further, there are some other options that you can choose. But right here, also apply filter to 46 matching conversation. That's going to make this filter retroactive, meaning it's going to take all the emails that I've ever gotten from this specific person, and it's going to apply it to it. And it tells me that there are 46 emails. So now when I click Create Filter, from when my inbox first started till the day my inbox ends, or I turn this filter off, that filter is going to be automatically applied to all of the emails that come from this support@wakelet.com here. And to test to make sure that that really happened, under Google, under my Google label over here, I've got my delete. And look at that. All those Wakelet team emails are labeled here. And this makes it really easy to actually skip my inbox. It's no longer going to come to my inbox. Anytime that email comes to me, it's going directly to that label, and it's archiving the email, not deleting it, so I can always go back and read them. It's important to remember that your Google for Education account, your Gmail account for your school, has unlimited storage, so there's really very few reasons why you would ever need to delete an email. Simply archiving it to a label that you don't like, or that you don't ever check, or sending it to your spam account will serve the same purpose, and that way if you ever do happen to need it for something, it will be searchable and you can find it. Hopefully this video has helped you better organize your Gmail account, and thank you for watching.